Good morning. So it is currently the 11th of August. I realise I have not vlogged myself at all for this video, and I am very disappointed in myself. So, a little bit of a reading update. So, I finished my first book last week, which was Both the Snow and Ashes by I cannot talk today. Diana Gabaldon. It was fun. I gave it 3 stars. It's not as bad as book 5 was. It wasn't as boring. But again, it's another book with a lot of filler. I'm just like, Diana, can we please make these books not so big and not so... The book wasn't slow, but it wasn't great either. Like, it definitely had a lot more action, a lot more stuff happen. But again, it's just too many unnecessary pages. It was like 1,300 something pages for a book. But very interested to see what happens in book 7. So I've got that online from the library. Well, I will have it online from the library when I go pick it up later today, hopefully. So yeah, so that's a book I finished for the, what does it fit? So it fits both, pretty sure it was both Aurelium and Pickpong. So for Pickpong, I can't even remember what book that was. Or was it for Magical only? I don't know. It was for one of those readathons or both. But I've also started Whisper by Lynette 90. So I am currently up to page 90. I did get some done in the reading sprints that Ellie hosted the other night. I haven't read anything since because I did work last night and then I am working for the next 4 nights straight. So whether a lot of reading will get done the rest of this week, I don't know, because I do have plans during the day Sunday. It is my dad's birthday on the Saturday, but because he works the day and I work the night, we can't really go out that night. So we're going out for lunch on the Sunday, and then I will be working Sunday night. So, yes, hopefully I do get more reading done in the meantime, but yes. But currently 90 pages into my reread of this, so this is a reread. This was my prompts for Pickpong, so this fitted the favourite genre prompt, which was YA fantasy. So obviously, well, technically this doesn't sort of count as YA fantasy, but I'm going to stretch it to make it count. I can't be really bothered to change books now, especially since I've started. So yes, that's where I'm up to currently. I shall hit you with an update, hopefully when I have another one. Hello, so it's currently Monday morning and I got maybe one book read. So I finished Whisper by Net 90, which was my reread for Pickpong. It was fun. I gave it 3.5 stars. Not as good as the first time rereading it. It's probably not my favourite thing Lynette Noni's written, but I digress. So yes, I've just come off a 5-day sentence for work, so I am quite tired. So yeah, other than that, no reading got done over the weekend. But I am hoping to pick up the Rising Tide today and hopefully finish that today. Because, yeah, it's only 20 past 8, but I do need to get some shopping done today as well. But that might happen, it might not. Never know. But yes, I have finished Whisper. Gave it 2.5 stars. Didn't love it as much as the first time around, but it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, I'm not planning on doing too much today because, like I said, I've just come off a 5-day work stint and I'm not really, energetic. So yes, so that is where I'm up to now, and hopefully I can update you again later.
I'm not in the mood, thought you'd be here soon. Everything feels wrong, guess I'm just in a bad mood. Feeling broken hearted over something that never was. Never was, never was. Ooh, I thought it'd be me and you. Ooh, I guess it wasn't true. If I only knew what you put me through, I don't deserve this. I thought it'd be me and you. Hard to be your friend when you act this way. What message are you trying to send? What's this game you play? Tell me that you love me and you need me, but leave me out to dry. Oh, why? Ooh, I thought it'd be me and you. Ooh, I guess it wasn't true. If I only knew what you put me through, I don't deserve this. I thought it'd be me and you. Could you still call me at the end of the time when you have nothing else to say? What do you want me to say? Traveling in my emotions, I know you're about to be oceans away. Please quit asking me to stay. I'm weak under your grasp and my heart, it won't last. No, my heart won't last. I thought it'd be me and you. I guess it wasn't true. If I only knew what you put me through, I don't deserve this. I guess there was never me in it.
Hello, how's it going? So it's 2 a.m. on Friday the 19th, and I have a bit of a reading of it. So I finished 2 books yesterday. The first being this gem, Rise to Home by Anne Cleves. All says, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? 4 stars originally, but I think I want to bump this up to a 5. But I probably won't, because I feel that this didn't grip me quickly as I thought it would to start with. Like, it took me about 3 days to read, but oh my god, the way this ended, I was thinking about this for like a couple of hours long after I finished it. So I may bump it up to a 5, but yes, this was so... It wasn't the best one she's ever written, but I quite enjoyed it. So this one followed a group of people who used to meet for, they were like school friends who met every 5 years to have this reunion and to remember a friend who died. And then, of course, 50 years later, they meet again, and when their party is... well, supposedly commit suicide, but obviously not. So yeah, the ending of this left me shook. Anne Cleves did it dirty. She did it dirty. She really did. But oh my god, I'm very keen to see how the thing that happened in the end of this affects the next book and the characters. Very, very intrigued. So yeah, I quite enjoyed that. 4 stars. And the next one I finished in the afternoon, mind you, was one of my picks for Pickpong and the Magical Readathon. So that one was Stalking Jack the Ripper by Kerry Manisalko. So this is the first book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper quartet, I think they call it. So there's 4 books. I'm going to start book 2 later today. Hopefully whenever I wake up, that is. Yes, this was a reread for me. So this one we follow a girl called Audrey Rose, who essentially, she basically is this daughter of a... what's she the daughter of? A very rich guy. I cannot talk tonight. I'm tired, can't you tell? So, and she essentially wants to study... is it corpses? No. Well, it is corpses. It's mortuary. She works in a mortuary with her uncle, and essentially this revolves around the Jack the Ripper killings, and essentially she has to find out who Jack is. I really, really loved this upon reread. I've read it before. 4.5 stars. Loved it. And 2 words. Thomas Cresswell. Just beautiful. Yeah, so I'm very, very keen to pick up book 2 as well. But yes. So I'm gonna leave there and go to bed because I am quite tired. But that's my reading update for you guys. Hopefully I can check in with you guys later today. Hey guys, so it's currently after 11 o'clock on Wednesday, so I have a bit of a reading update. I know this vlog is a bit all over the place, but I have actually got some reading done. So, over the weekend and just before, I finished the other 3 books in Stalking Jack the Ripper. So, I finished book 2, book 3 and book 4, plus the novella in between books 3 and 4. So, overall, this series was okay. So, these 3 books here were only 3.5 stars each. Not as... I'm kind of not surprised, but then I'm kind of a bit disappointed as well. So, yeah, if we go into order that I enjoyed them. So, starting from top to bottom, so my favourite is first one. Third one is my second favourite. Third one, no, actually, I should say the novella is my third favourite. This being the fourth, and this is my least favourite. So, yeah, I liked, okay, probably my main gripe with maybe the last two, well, probably the last book in particular, was sort of the lack of crime. So book 3 had a lot of it, which was just beautiful. Like, basically at least 2 chapters in, somebody got murdered, and a lot of them got murdered in book 3. Book 4, the last book was probably about half drama more than it was crime. So that's probably why I didn't like it as much as I was hoping to. But yeah, so overall 3.5 stars for these guys. This one, originally, I just checked Corpol, and this was a 3.5 on reread, but I'll keep it at a 4-star, because this is, like I say, my favourite out of all the series. So so I actually knocked off all 4 books this month, which I'm really, really impressed by. So, as you guys know, these were on my Shelf Destruct video, so basically I had to read these before the 1 year of that video going up, otherwise I had to unhaul them. Will I unhaul this series? I'm so torn. I really, really do want to keep it. Mainly for Thomas Cresswell. He is just beautiful. The main character is a bit of a pain. But yeah, I probably will end up keeping them because, like I say, most of them were 3.5 stars, which for me isn't bad. So yeah, if they were under 3 stars, I probably would unhaul them. But yeah, I probably will reread them again at some point. Like I say, this was a nice quick series to get through. Like I say, I've read this series in less than a month, so I'm quite impressed with myself. So that is those 2. Now, that basically ticks off most of my boxes for Pickpong. The only one I have to do now is the disability rep. So for that one, originally I was going to read the first Chloe Brown book, but on the day I went to buy that, I came across Stronger by Dinesh Palapina. So this is a autobiography, obviously, and if you don't know who Dinesh is, I highly suggest, especially if you're in Australia, check out his Australian story. So he is basically the first quadriplegic medical intern in Queensland and the second person with quadriplegia to graduate medical school in Australia. So I think that's pretty cool. So I probably won't start this tonight. I'll probably hope to start it tomorrow. So then that will be my final... No, it's not my final prompt. This is my second final prompt for Pickpong. Because the last one I have to do is a poll pick. Now, originally, I was going to read 1984 by George Orwell, but I had to cancel my reservation because it was just taking so long to get returned. But, in saying that, I've decided I'm going to go with Guild by Raven Kennedy. So, originally I was going to read this as part of a readathon I'm doing next month, because basically that entails books where essentially people pick them for you. Now, I was hoping to put reading this off, but it is a library book, so I probably will have to return the series before that readathon happens. So, I've got the current 4 books online at the moment, so I'm hoping to start this again tomorrow as well. Yeah, but hopefully I enjoy it. I am planning on doing a separate reading vlog for this. Really depends on how well I enjoy book 1, whether I decide to go ahead with that or scrap it entirely. Stay tuned. You never know, I might. So, yeah, so that's the reading update I have for you guys. As you can see, this vlog's all over the place, but yeah, basically I'm having a great time with my reading. So, yeah, I can hopefully check in with you guys again, hopefully sometime tomorrow. Okay, so it's the next day, and I have actually made some substantial progress in Guild. So I'm up to page 176, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would. Just to say that there are some dark elements in this, and it is mentioned at the start of the book, so I would highly say mind the content warnings for this, but they are in the front of the book if you are interested. So, and I need to pause my computer. So this is like a dark fantasy romance, and we're following a girl called Oren, who is basically the King Midas's favourite pet, I'll say. that sounds crass, but that's what he calls it. He is a dirtbag. But yeah, so I'm about halfway through the story. We've just gotten to the part, I think, where it's like the second half of the story. So we've just had the first half, and so essentially he was supposedly selling off to this king, but it turns out that the king that he was supposedly going to trade it to was basically screwing the kingdom over. So Midas essentially tricked him into losing half his army and then killed him. So yeah, so that's the point we're up to now. We've just gotten to the stage where they're traveling to the kingdom of the guy that Midas killed, and I'm intrigued to see where it goes. But yeah, so yeah, basically we're following Oren, and I think this is supposed to be like an enemies to lovers, but I don't know whether she's going to fall in love with with Midas or whether she's going to fall in love with someone else. I don't know. I've heard that the next books 2 and 3 are a lot better than this, and not a lot happens in this one, but like I said, I'm intrigued to see what's happened so far. Like I said, I'm up to page 176, and I only just started this about 11 o'clock, so to get that far into the book, I think I've done quite well. But yeah, so hopefully I can get a bit more of that read tonight before I go to work. But I have some book mail. So I do know what this is because I ordered it last. When did I order it? Tuesday, I think it was. Maybe Tuesday or Monday. I can't remember. So this is a book I already have. So I've ordered myself a second copy, but as you can see from the sticker, it is signed. So Rising Tide, I've already explained that I have read this. I loved it. And Anne is currently in Australia, and I'm so gutted that I couldn't go to see her in person. But thankfully she stopped by QBD to sign some books. So as you can see there, it's beautiful. So this will be definitely added to my signed collection. I love it. I just have to remove that sticker. Let's see if we can. It's coming off. Oh, please. I hate it when stickers don't want to come off. Come on. There we go. Oh, I just punched a little nail in it, but that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So yeah, so that's what I'm up to at the moment. Really enjoying Guild. Hopefully, like I said, I can get a bit more read today before I have to go to work. But yeah, so hopefully I can check in with you guys again when I have a bit more of a reading update, and hopefully I can finish it today, but I highly doubt it. Hello, so we are currently on the 31st of August. It's the last day, and I finally have a reading update. So the other day I finished Guild by Raven Kennedy. So I quite enjoyed it, like I said in the previous update. I gave it 4 stars. Not too bad. Quite interested to see where the plot goes. So I have heard that the next couple of books do pick up, whereas this one sort of isn't as great. But like I said, I still enjoyed it. Yeah, I quite enjoyed it. Quite interested to see where the series goes. I probably won't continue it at the moment because I know book... There's one... So book 5 doesn't come out until next year. So I'll probably put off reading the rest of it until they come out. But yes, so that was that one. And this originally wasn't going to fulfill any prompts, but I realised that this has the penguin logo on it, which has wings. So that will suit the wings on the cover prompt for... Was it Aurelium? I think so, I don't know, can't remember. Okay, so that was that one. Now, let's move on to a book I DNF'd, and that was Hex by Jenny Fagan. So, originally I was going to use this for my Wings on cover prompt, but I got 30 pages into it, and it was boring. It's about Galis Duncan, who is one of the famous witches. If you've watched Outlander, you'll know who she is. But yeah, it was... For me, it's just weirdly written. I don't know. It just... seem to make a lot of sense. But I don't know whether it gets better. Like I said, I only got about 30 pages in before I got bored. Yeah, so that was definitely a hard year for me. I won't be picking that up again. Alright, so the second last book I want to talk about is Stronger by Dinesh Palipalma. So this was for my disability rep prompt, and I enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. Probably not. I think if I hadn't seen this Australian story already, I probably would have enjoyed it a little bit more. Only because this kind of essentially tells most of what we found out in the Australian story, but it was still a good read. There's definitely some good quotes in here, especially about learning to not let others define who you are, and not to let things like a disability hold you back, as Dinesh has proven. He's quite an accomplished surgeon. He's, you know, he was the first quadriplegic in Queensland to graduate medical school, so, you know, nothing can hold you back. If he can do it, you can do it. So, yeah, I really, really enjoyed this. 4 stars, not quite a 5, but definitely recommend picking it up for anyone who's interested. Alright, and the final book I want to talk about was an ARC that I got. I totally forgot to mention it, but that was The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy by Megan Bannon. I don't know, I'll put it up here so you guys can see it. But, yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's about these 2 enemies to lovers, so we follow... I can't even remember their names now. I really should buy the physical book and go read it again. But, yeah, so this is about an undertaker and her... I think it's like a... I can't really remember now. It's... I think he's like a grave robber / military man. I can't really remember. I really need to go back and reread it. But yeah, I gave this one 4 stars. Quite enjoyed it. I loved the humour between the characters. So this was an audiobook as well. And yeah, so it's yeah. I really, really need to do a more thought out wrap up of this, which I will do soon. I'm not going to film it tonight because I definitely can't be asked. So yeah, we have come to the end of my monthly reading vlog. Thank you guys so much for sticking throughout this. I know this has kind of been all over the place, a bit like me at the moment. But yeah, thank you guys so much for getting to this point in the video. If you have, leave the strawberry emoji, because I did go strawberry picking earlier in the vlog, as you guys saw. Leave that and the waves vlog, because I did go to the beach as well at the beginning. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I highly recommend you guys doing so. I would love it. And if you like this video, please feel free to give it the big thumbs up, and I shall see you guys again in another video. Bye.